Hello, good morning everyone, and welcome to this morning session. First of all, sincere apologies about yesterday. Yesterday I had all sorts of technical problems with the internet logging on and, even trading, so I was unable to trade properly and obviously do the webinars. So sincere apologies for that. Completely missed that. So hopefully today we'll have a better structure. Although, having said that, today I'm going to be on the radio station and I have my partners with me. So I might have to update you by email today. We won't be able to have the webinar sessions again today. Apart from this morning session, I won't be able to do the other sessions because I'll be on the radio and in meetings all day with my partners. Or you can actually listen to us on the radio. You got the email with the web link, so you can listen to us on the radio, but we won't be able to meet during the day till this evening. But I'll try as much as possible to update you during the day via email. And again, apologies for that. Okay, so we'll kick off with our plan for today and what we're going to do today. And as usual, we'll start off with the EMI calendar. And obviously the main market we're focusing on again is the Euro-US dollar. So we'll be looking for reports of high importance due out that could affect the Euro-US dollar. And at 8:55 we have the German unemployment report. And again, as we know, Germany, it's the major economy in Europe. So you have to see that reports of high importance due out of Germany could have an impact on the value of the euro. So obviously that could affect the Euro-US dollar. So that's the first report of high importance due out today. The German unemployment rate at 8:45 GMT plus 1. So that's the first report. The second report of high importance due out is the Eurozone Consumer Price Index. The Eurozone Consumer Price Index, that's due out at 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. So at 10 a.m. GMT plus 1, you have the Eurozone Consumer Price Index report. And again, we all remember that the four major reports are unemployment change, always a report of high importance, gross domestic product, always of high importance, interest rates, always of high importance, and of course, as we can see, consumer price index are also reports of very high importance. So those are the four major reports of high importance, and we have that one due out to 10, which obviously be of major importance, obviously for the Euro-US dollar too, because it's for the Eurozone, the consumer price index, and that's at 10 a.m. GMT plus 1. So again, that could have an impact on the market. So it's actually going to be an interesting day in the markets because you've got quite a few reports of high importance due out. And the last report of high importance due out today is the U.S. Consumer Confidence Report at 3 p.m. GMT plus 1. So at 3 p.m. GMT plus 1, you have the U.S. Consumer Confidence Report. So that's the last report of high importance today. And obviously, as we know, reports of high importance that come out from USA are going to have an impact on the market across board, on all the markets. So, as you can see, we've got three reports of major importance due out today. The German unemployment report, the Eurozone Consumer Price Index, and the last one, the US Consumer Confidence Report at 3 p.m. GMT plus 1. So as we know, there's a high probability of the markets trending sideways prior to the last report of high importance. Again, you don't use the words always or never when it comes to the markets. So those words do not exist, the words always or never. What we're saying is that the markets usually trend sideways prior to the last report of high importance. We don't say that's what happens all the time. But what we say that, 7 out of 10 times, usually the market tends to trend sideways prior to the last report of high importance. but anything can happen in the market, and it could as well move after the report of unemployment change in Germany or after the consumer price index report, where you have to be extremely cautious, trading prior to the last report of high importance. So let's have a look at the charts and see what we can do today. So looking at the Euro-US dollar, as we can see, the Euro-US dollar is currently trending sideways. And obviously you can see that the first resistance has been spiked, and the pivot point itself is definitely within the sideways trend. So obviously the pivot point is out of the question for now. The first resistance has been compromised, so we're going to keep out of that for now. But we can see that the first support is outside the sideways trend. So the first support we can use to potentially trade. So if the market goes up, there are no clear opportunities to buy. If the market falls, you can see obviously the market there at the moment. If the market falls, you can't use the moving average because it's within the sideways trend. You can't use the pivot point because it's within the sideways trend. So our first opportunity to sell will be just below the first support. Obviously, the market at the moment is at a considerable distance away from the first support, and I'll be comfortable now to place a pending sell order just below the first support for a couple of reasons. One, because the first support is outside the sideways trend. Two, because the market currently is at considerable distance away from the first support prior to the reports coming out. And thirdly, because it's the last point of entry into the market. So if the market does move prior to the reports coming out, or the last one at 3, then we would have missed the last point of entry. So again, with trading, there isn't a one size fits all. And that's what you always have to remember. There's nothing like a one size fits all. You always have to gauge each situation and each scenario that you're presented with at the market at that present time, and then decide what's best to do at that point in time, given the situation you're in. So you always have to judge a situation, on its own merit when you're trading. So we're going to be placing a pending sell order below the first support prior to the reports of high importance coming out today, but we're doing it because of various reasons. It could be on another day we will not be doing that, because of other factors. So again, it's you, like I always keep trying to say, is you looking at all the facts in front of you, the situation in front of you, and then deciding whether it is a best idea to place a trade or not. And obviously, the last thing is that whatever you do anyway, you just make sure, because there's a report due out at 3 p.m., the last one, whatever you do, maximum you're only going to have one attempt at the market prior to 3 p.m. So again, it's all down to money management. I have 3 attempts at the market today, 3 attempts to have a profitable trade, and it's me deciding when I'm going to use my first attempt, when am I going to use my second attempt, when am I going to use my third attempt. As we know, after 3 consecutive losses, you want to stop trading for the day. So it would be silly to have 3 consecutive losses before 3 p.m., before the last report of high importance comes out. So no matter what you do, no matter how you assess the things, always remember money management. So regardless of what I think or what I say, I'm not going to have more than 1 attempt at the market prior to the last report of high importance. And depending on the situation of the day, I might even avoid having any attempts prior to the last report of high importance. So, but for today, for the reasons I said earlier, I'm going to place a pending sell order now below the first support. That will be the only pending order I'll be placing today prior to 3 p.m. And it will be the only, and if the market takes that order prior to 3 p.m., it will be the only attempt I'll be having at the market prior to 3 p.m. So I'm just going to sell below the first support. So I'm selling below there, 20 pips stop loss. and 60 pips profit limit. Okay. There we go. So I've got a pending sell order to sell below the first support. So the market falls and breaks the first support. It would take my trade with a 20 pips stop loss in place and a 60 pips profit limit in place. Okay, so that's the plan for today. Like I said, unfortunately, I won't be able to meet during the day due to the commitments I have today. But I'll try my best to update you via email as the day goes on till we meet this evening at 8 p.m. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, do click the hand button or send your questions through the question box. And if we're all clear on the plan for today, well, I would let you all go for breakfast. Have a great day. And like I said, I'll update you during the day via email, and then we'll meet this evening at 8 p.m. And sincere apologies again for yesterday and the mess for yesterday. So have a good day, all of you. Take care. Look after your trades. Apply good money management. Oh, let's see. There's a question here. It does appear we have different information on the S1 pivot point and R1. I think the key is you don't have to go with my own parameters. Please make sure you have, if you have your own pivot points on your chart and you've calculated your own pivot points correctly, just go with what you have on your own chart. So please, that's very important. You go with your own figures. Just make sure you're using the correct figures, the correct parameters is calculated correctly. And if that's the case, go with your own figures. With different platforms, there might be slightly different figures to it. But yes, you don't have to go with my own exact entry points and my own exact figures. You go with your own chart and go with your own platform numbers. That's very important. Okay, any other questions? Good, brilliant. Okay, so have a good day, everyone, and we'll speak later in the evening. Take care and God bless.